Greetings. And this on this never-ending journey, this never-ending quest, and this never-ending story, it is very key and very important that we are continuously deprogramming and reprogramming ourselves. You know what I mean? Leave no stone or rock unturned. This is why I say it is very important that we get down into the realization of what we have adopted as our beliefs and as our thoughts. See what I'm saying? Because what we'll come to understand and realize that the thoughts that you have, or the thoughts that you say you have, or that you say that are yours, or the beliefs that you say that are yours, you'll come to the realization that they are not yours anyway. They are projected thoughts, images, and ideas from exterior entities. You see what I'm saying? That have programmed you to believe that they are yours. You see what I'm saying? That's why I always say you have to start with yourself. With all this shit, start with yourself. When you're doing researching and studying, when you're talking about deities, all that shit, apply it to yourself first. And as you apply it to yourself, you become freer from the attachments and the illusions. See what I'm saying? And that is the purpose of deprogramming and reprogramming, to free yourself from the attachments and the illusions. See, last year I went through a serious deprogramming and reprogramming phase. And I remember at the particular time I was single, so what I was trying to figure out was, shit, how the hell do I connect with my goddess? You know what I mean? How do I connect with the one that's for me? And my spirit said, well, first of all, you need to understand what love is, what love truly is. Because at that particular time, as many of us have, or many of us do and have in this day and time, we have adopted the notion that love is about ownership. You know what I'm saying? Love is about I own you. You know what I mean? You belong to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't no love. Love is about freeing you. If you do not feel free, like for example, if you are in a relationship, a quote-unquote relationship with somebody, and you do not feel free within that relationship or that connection with that person, then understand that shit is not love. That shit ain't nothing but some goddamn captivity. You see what I'm saying? Love is about freeing. It's about a freeing feeling, a freeing vibration. See what I'm saying? The deeper you are in love, and when I say in love, I don't necessarily mean in love with another person. I mean within the frequency of love. So the deeper you are within the frequency of love, the freer you are, the freer you become, the freer you want to be. You see what I'm saying? So it's good to evaluate those things when you are in a so-called relationship with somebody. If you do not feel the energy of, or if you do not feel free, or the feeling of wanting to become freer, because goddamn this shit feels so good, then you probably want to release that shit and really connect with some true love. But again, connecting with true love, first of all, has to take place within yourself. Another thing too is that another thing that we have chosen to be, or should I say, another one of the programming mechanisms that we have become attached to is being offended by shit. You see what I'm saying? Being offended is a programming mechanism. It is a choice. You do not have to be offended by any goddamn thing. It is a choice. But because you choose to, or another way of saying it, because you have been programmed to be offended by particular words and particular things that you may hear, then you become so-called offended. You see what I'm saying? For example, you hear the word nigger, or you hear the word bitch, you become offended by that shit. Now understanding that nigger and bitch is nothing more than high power frequency spiritual words. You see what I'm saying? Nigger is nothing more than naga or negus. See what I'm saying? Bitch is what? The Sirius dog star, which is what? Isis and Aset. And her motherfucking nigger is Orion, which is what? Osiris and Asar. You see what I'm saying? So again, all this shit is nothing more than spiritual aspects anyway. Even remember back in the day, they made that book, Little Black Sambo. And motherfuckers got mad and offended by that shit. And come to find out, Sambo is an original name for the creator. That's one of the names for the creator. Sambo. You know what I'm saying? So again, we have to understand that a lot of this shit is nothing more than, a lot of this shit has a spiritual reality, has a spiritual aspect to it. But again, because we have chosen to become offended by this shit, not understanding and realizing it. And see, let me just say this real quick too. See, what happens is this. What they'll do is that they'll take some spiritual shit. They'll take a word like Sambo or nigger or bitch. And what they'll do is they'll utilize that shit to belittle you. See what I'm saying? They'll use it in the connotation of belittling you. And so, over time, as they continue to use these words to belittle you, these particular spiritual terms, and I mean, think about it, they use these particular spiritual words to quote-unquote offend you. So then, over time, you become offended by these words, not understanding that they have a spiritual reality and a connotation to them. And every time from that point on in your life, when you hear these words, you become offended by it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say up is really down. See what I'm saying? Up is down. You got to apply all this shit, turn it around, turn it upside down, and apply it from a spiritual reality, from the spiritual aspect. So again, reprogram and deprogram yourself from these attachments and illusions. Because what the ultimate purpose of it is to free you. You are here to become free of the attachments and the illusions. See what I'm saying? As I've always said, as I continuously say, free yourself to be yourself. Apply all this shit to yourself internally first. Not to somebody else. Apply it to yourself internally first, and then you will ascend out of these illusions and attachments. Peace.